Welcome back to Red with this young man here. He's just 18 years young, but he's already flying to London on a private jet to buy himself a $120,000 Euro watch. And of course, he also has a Lamborghini too. But no, in this case, it's not a typical rich kid story where his dad pays for everything, because Manjeet from Brandenburg has worked his way from his child's room to become a millionaire himself. So, how does he manage to do that? Here comes his story. Sometimes the multi-million ideas are so simple because Manjeet Singh Sangha only needs a laptop and internet for his business, which he started at the age of 13, and through which he now lives in luxury suites for around 5,000 euros a night, flies with private jets, and already earns about 100,000 euros in 10th grade. But for that, he also gives up his childhood.
Many ask me, why do you start your business at 13, 14? Why not later? Why aren't you living the moment? I thought it just didn't work. I'm in a situation. I have to act now. I have to do something.
We are interested in this incredibly young success story. That's why we meet Manjeet on his way to London. The 18-year-old from Brandenburg flies in a private jet for a measly 25,000 euros per flight. So for Manjeet, already at this young age, probably just a nice side effect.
This whole flying a private jet or getting a Lambo when you're 18 is, of course, beautiful and extremely rad. But the most beautiful moment in my life so far was when I gave my mother a washing machine when it broke. Even if she only cost 400 euros, she cried. And that was also a few years ago when I earned my first money. And that was also a lovely moment for me.
An amazingly mature view. Looking at his Instagram profile, he seems like the typical rich kid, but Manjeet uses luxury for his social media image and business, because that's exactly how he generates attention and more followers. Manjeet even has his own assistant with him for the flight, who produces this kind of content for him.
It's just amazing what you can do with it these days. On Facebook, Instagram, you can connect with people all over the world. It's also highly essential to my business, including, of course, when I'm posting stuff, when I'm traveling by private jet or Lamborghini. Of course, I also like to post things on Instagram because it motivates and inspires other people. Something like that also encouraged me back then, which is why I like it.
Manjeet Singh Sangha is an online entrepreneur. He buys products cheaply and resells them at a higher price point on his own online stores, an idea that anyone can really implement quite simply, with a laptop and Wi-Fi, as he writes online. He will explain to us later precisely how this works. But first, we accompany him to his latest investment. For this, he is picked up in London in style with his own chauffeur in a Rolls-Royce to buy a 120,000 euro watch. For such a unique client as Manjeet, the jeweler ordered even the in-house press, who has celebrities among his clients.
It's an extraordinary watch. It costs over 100,000 euros. Quite a lot. You look very young to me. How old are you? 18 years young. Wow. Oh, you're the first 18-year-old to spend that kind of money here. Congratulations. It makes me happy to see that people can already achieve and buy such things at this age. This shows that anything is possible.
For Manjeet, only an investment that increases in value. But how do you manage to become a millionaire and invest so maturely at such a young age? For this, Manjeet takes us to his home village of Elstevera. So naturally, we expect a big house with Manjeet's Lamborghini in front of the door after our luxury trip. But this is a sensitive topic for the 18-year-old.
So I don't park my car in front of the front door now because you have to be a little careful with break-ins. We've already had minor break-ins. The safety of my family comes first, of course.
That is why we are only allowed to share Manjeet's family home from the inside. Manjeet spends just about 4 weeks a year at home. He enjoys the brief time with his family.
Even if you're kind of in Dubai in the Crasset Hotel or whatever and you order food, I don't know, steak for 300, 500 euros, but you can't compare that to your mother's food.
His parents come from India. His father fled his home country when he was just 17 and applied for asylum in Germany.
My father came here 35 years ago, worked in hotels, washed dishes, and opened a pizzeria with a business partner. But then that didn't go so well either. So then my father became ill. And that was also pretty hard for my mother.
For 5 years, Manjeet's father has been suffering from a previously incurable disease of the blood vessels. He was just 13 years young at the time, still a child. Therefore, he decides he has to help his family financially. He starts reading business books outside of school and finds out he wants to be an online entrepreneur.
For example, I took such a makeup kit, sold it for $9.95 on Amazon, and listed it on eBay. I changed the description and sold it for $49.95. And I don't have to store the product, and I don't have to somehow buy products beforehand. I just dropship the whole thing. And then the dropshipping theme came to life. And then it really started.
He places ads on Facebook and Instagram for a wide variety of products. He only forwards the articles themselves to the customer. His very first product is ear cleaners. Manjeet researches new trends, opens his online stores, tries things out, and works non-stop on his sales in addition to school, barely sleeping, and having few friends, he reveals.
I could have played around, of course, PlayStation, being with friends, or being able to go out, parties, and drinking alcohol. I could have done all that, but I have set these priorities for myself. So I'm sticking with it now, so that when I'm 17 or 18, I can really do what I want to do.
Manjeet drops out of school after 10th grade for his business. Even today, the first self-earned 10 euros are hanging in the house in a frame, which, mind you, was just 4 years ago. At 17, he can already buy a 125,000 euro McLaren with the money he earns himself. For his mother, however, he will always remain the little boy.
Even if I go out somewhere, my mother gives me 5 or 10 euros, so it's really a habit.
Other teenagers his age marvel at Manjeet. He is now even interviewed internationally by the media, tells others how he made it, and even gives coaching to future companies on how to run a successful business.